What's going on, everybody? Kenan here. What's up, Darwin? Come on over here. We are going to be hanging out with Darwin today, and I'll be answering questions and just relaxing. It is another scorcher out here, and we've got all sorts of action happening. We even have Socrates heading on over. So these are both the Galapagos tortoises that live here, and I got some cactus. And what's going on? What's up, Pugby Best? Bugsy the Great? Good afternoon. What's going on, Adam? You gonna eat that, darling? Just gotta open your mouth. There you go. Open that mouth. Open that mouth any second. Yeah, man, good stuff going on. We had a busy week, built a lot of things, and new videos are gonna be coming out about that. Hope you guys dig it. Guapo and Lola are doing awesome. They're doing really well. I'm very happy about that. And of course, here is Darwin chomping away. What's up, Felicity? How you doing? Deborah Hall, what's going on? How you doing? George Nutt, what do you do? What do you do? Originally, I got this cactus from an area. I got lucky, man. This cactus is nopales. It's the spineless variety of paddle cactus. And basically, I got lucky, and there was an area that was not developed that had some of this growing. It used to be Burt Reynolds' ranch, believe it or not. Burt Reynolds was a very big actor. For those younger viewers who may not remember any of the cool movies like Smokey and the Bandit, Cannonball Run, a lot of great movies. And he was big in the 70s and 80s. Oh, she got it. And he had a ranch right here, and there was a lot of that cactus growing on it. And I was able to get some paddles and started transplanting when I moved here, man. What's up, Chris for supper? We are old. We are very old. But anyhow, it's good to be old. That's the goal, isn't it? I mean, the whole purpose in being alive is to make it till you get old. So I'm halfway there. I'm young in spirit, though. So anyhow, guys, we're just hanging out with these guys. And you could see she just chomps this stuff down. They just got fed a bunch of collard greens today. And it's kind of funny. What I do is I go to a restaurant kind of depot place, a wholesaler, and I buy cases of these collard greens every once in a while. So sometimes they get fed all collard greens in one sitting. Other times I'll feed them a bunch of yellow squash, romaine, of course the Missouri diets. So they go for it. It is satisfying, George. Let's keep it up. Let's keep her going. I mean, she don't mind. She just loves this stuff, and it's really good stuff. It's high in moisture, so she's getting a lot of preformed water that way. So it's pretty cool. Very, very cool. Do I do any international work with animals? Well, it's funny you asked that. There's some things brewing, so stay tuned. I got something brewing with the Wildlife Conservation Society and a project in Colombia. And of course, you guys can rest assured that you'll be made aware of what that project is and what we're going to be doing in Colombia. So yes, plus we also have some other cool things going in South America, possibly. So look for that announcement soon. And yeah, man, so you know, I love doing all this kind of stuff. As I was saying about the cactus, I feed this as a treat. However, they can eat it. The thing with the Galapagos tortoises that most people don't know about is if you feed them too much and too rich foods, like foods that are too rich, they can get what's almost like a goiter situation, where they'll get swelling right at the base of their neck. Okay, and believe it or not, when I first got Darwin, she had that swelling, and I put her on a diet. She exercises and forages for food, and it went away. Okay, now here comes the socks. Good old Socrates. I'm gonna loosen my microphone pack up here, and I'm gonna push it over. Just give me a second, because if I push it over, I think it'll act like a bit of a stand. I misplaced the clip for my tripod today. I apologize. So I'm going handheld. And that can be a little challenging at times. It'll be a little bit shakier today. Look at Socrates. No problems. Now, Sox is the smallest tortoise in here, so she's got to be pretty darn aggressive to get this food. And you see how just intense she grabs it with? It's because if she doesn't eat it up quick, she knows Darwin's going to get it. So there is a little bit of a natural competition, and of course, Darwin being the biggest, she can kind of push the smaller tortoises away. So it's important that if you have a situation where you have a lot of tortoises together, and one might be bigger, that you keep an eye on these animals and make sure that they're all getting the proper amounts of food so they can grow properly. What's up, Michael Crowley from Buffalo? How you going, man? Very cool. I also want to get to a shout out here. Somebody hooked us up with a little donation. B-Hutch26. Wow, I almost lost a finger. Holy smokes. Darwin just got a snap. Thanks, B-Hutch. He says, great video with Joey, the king of DIY. A lot of static in the audio today, just FYI. I hope you have a great weekend. All right, let me see what I can do about that static. It might be the way the mic is kind of set up. I don't know. It's plugged in the way I normally do it, so I hope you guys can hear me just fine. Yeah, man, these guys are crazy. Very, very cool. Uh-oh, I hear some noise. I hear rustling in the bushes over here. That could only mean one thing, so hopefully we get to see Nostradamus in today's video. What's up, Audrey Reed from New York? I grew up in New York. What's up, Sophia Nina Zadwerny? How you doing? From the UK. Very cool. My friends across the pond. Do I have any problem with rats? Yeah, every once in a while, Yuri, we get rats. I just basically trap them, and they get fed out to Slinky. So it's actually not so bad. Usually I can find the nests, and I put this a non-kill trap, and then I'm able to just release them, and Slinky gets them. Thank you, Glenn, for your donation. Very, very cool. I'm still selling tortoises. I do have some sulcatas for sale still. There's about 20 left. They're $50 plus shipping. If you guys would like a tortoise, email me at kampkenan@gmail.com. Yeah, kampkenan@gmail.com, and put in the subject sulcata tortoise. That's all the tortoises I have left are sulcatas. We did get some eggs from some other species. You guys will be happy to know. We got some cherry head eggs. We have some leopard tortoise eggs not hatching, but being laid. Oh my gosh, look at this. Gotta give the kids, gotta do it even. Gotta do it even. I love how they use their feet to kind of break it off sometimes. Look at her go. Is this not just, it is so satisfying. Let's be quiet. I'll be quiet rather. You can listen to her. It is a lot of fun, cinema comics. I mean, watching these guys eat, being out here with them, it is, it's my favorite thing in the world. You know, that's why I have it. We have to remember, let's get up and close, real close to her. That's Socrates. Now, Socrates looks like a female also to me. And of course, Darwin is. Let's see if we can get Darwin to open her mouth for you guys. She's gonna take a bite out of my iPhone maybe, I don't know. She's getting a lot smarter these days. Oh my gosh, what about this one? Oh boy, let's get another cactus. I've got plenty left, so don't worry. When we're done feeding this out, we can go check out some of the radiateds, and we can also check out some of the ponds in the front. What's up, Gordon Conrad? Oh man, oh, we got to give this one a, oh, look at this. Look at the size difference between their heads. Look at that. Unreal. So much fun. I also like to stretch that out. When you lift the cactus up, it makes the tortoises really stretch and work for their food, which is something else you want to be doing for your tortoises in captivity. You got to, especially galops, they really need exercise. This is a species that wanders over very rocky terrain, and depending on the islands, they'll have different types of browses low to the ground, some of the browses higher. And we see that in the shape of their shells, like the saddleback will of course have that nice long or raised nuchal area of the shell, which is right around here. Sorry, sweetheart. It comes up, okay, and that allows them to stretch their necks up higher. But I like to get these guys standing up on their tippy toes because that really helps out with those guys. What's up, JCTME from Space Coast? Very cool. Hey guys, I'm gonna walk over here. I'll get you some more cactus. But let's walk over here. So here's the front of Kamp Kenan, the front of the house. And right now it's extremely warm. So we're in the late afternoon and it's kind of the hottest part of the afternoon. So the tortoises are just kind of waking up, but you'll notice over here, we have a gaggle, if you will, a gaggle of radiated tortoises. That's the official terminology. I threw some collards out for them. So here are some of the radiata, and they're doing extremely well too. And it's very, very awesome to see these guys do their thing. Let's see, I want to give you guys a shout out. you know what? I'm not going to be keeping any. Who's this? Dabbing King. What's going on? Jekyll and Hyde, the eastern longnecks. They're in the Asian pond. I never see them. I don't know. Hopefully they're doing all right. I see them every once in a while, but I have not been able to get them out yet. So hopefully I'll be able to get those guys out. As far as the diamond pythons or diamondbacks, I don't know what you mean, but as far as diamond pythons, oh man, just bad news with the diamond pythons. Of course, Slinky ate one, and then Ethel did pass away as that was a 20-year-old snake. So bad news for me and the diamonds. Let's see. Jack May, how we doing? Kenan from London. Would love to come to the camp one day. Hey, Jake, thanks for, saying hello, joining me on the live today. I'd love to get to London. And I've been there once before, had a good time. That was back in '99. So that was a fun trip. Look at this beauty here. Look at this beauty. What a gorgeous tortoise, huh? That rhymes, gorgeous tortoise. Look at that, look at this, look at that shell. She is just a doll, this one. I love her. And then of course we've got the others over here. There we go, they're grazing right now. There's one of them grazing. Don't let me disturb you. I'm trying to kind of get them to mow this lawn, if you know what I mean. And then there's one right there. Very, very cool. Let's go over here and see if we can get some of these fish fed. Here's the original aquascape pond. It's doing well. Again, it's really warm. I got the Wi-Fi extender right here. Let's go ahead and get some food out. Of course, I'm using Missouri for the turtles, and if the fish get it, it's not going to hurt them. But let's just feed some of this stuff. Oh, look who it is. One of the Oscars. Yes, love these guys. They have gotten so friendly. Look at this. They just love seeing what's going on. Now, of course, since they're albinos, they're kind of hiding out because they're not really too interested in getting a sunburn. So they're very active in the evenings. And then, of course, I've got a bunch of little cichlids here as well. But let's see if I can get some of the turtles out. Just start throwing some food in here. And once that smell kind of gets going, we should be all right. Austin's Outdoors, do you know how I could get radiated tortoises in Minnesota? I want to help them. Well, you'd have to buy them from a breeder in Minnesota if you wanted to get them without a captive bred wildlife permit, or you'd have to get that permit and purchase them from somebody who can ship them who also has that permit. That's how you have to do it. Same thing with Galapagos tortoises. What's up, Haley Adams from Arkansas? Thanks for spreading the love. Appreciate that. Here are, of course, some of the baby cichlids. I've had no problems with raccoons in the last few years. I've got an electric fence, and it packs quite a punch. I've hit it myself, and it is not fun. Now, where the heck are all my turtles? Good grief. Let's go over here to the other pond. Maybe they wandered into the other pond, into Sophia's pond. I really don't know. Ah, there's a Malaysian box turtle, Cor ambienensis, right here. Look at that. Oh, there's one right there, just hanging out in the shade. And then here's a Reeves turtle in the water. Hello, Mr. Reeves. Up, and there is one of the caligar. Let's throw some food out. Oh, look, and there's one of the koi. Oh, there's the Badiger borneensis. Oh, that's such a pretty little turtle. I love them. The painted river terrapin. I've got two more of these. Oh, that's so cool. I love that little hiding area. Underneath is basically a ledge, so they can kind of hide. And there's a little koi, a couple of little cichlids in there. There's the Reeves turtle. They're just chomping away. So what I'll also do, since the Malaysian box turtles, since they're on land, I like to throw this stuff on land as well. And then they come out in the afternoon when it gets cooler, and they go ahead and they grab the food. Here's the other caligar. Look at that. So they're both in here. Originally it was just one in this pond, and I guess they've wandered in. So that's nice. Can you guys see? Let me see. I'm going to try something. Well, I was going to dunk the phone, but then I remembered I have a I'm not able to do that any longer because I've got this battery pack for the microphone, and that would short it out, unfortunately. But I hope you guys can see the caliger right now doing its thing. Really, really pretty turtle. These get large. These can get close to 80 pounds when full grown. Of course, I have the Batagur affinis. I keep saying caliger. That's the old name for this turtle. It used to be called Caliger borneensis. Now it is called Batagur borneensis. And of course, I have the Batagur affinis in the back pond. And some of you were wondering if I was going to keep them in when I get the alligators, and that's not the case. I will move them out of that pond when I do get the alligators, or rather before I get the alligators. So don't worry, I'll not be feeding any turtles to the gators when they move in here. How cool, huh? I love watching them do their thing in here. Lots of feeding. They're so graceful in the water, and they got such personality. Nice job, guys. And we've got cichlids and more Batagur. So much fun. All right. Very, very cool. So, okay, let's see what else is happening here in the ponds. Man, it's so hot. I keep getting lightheaded every time I step up. I think it's because I'm hungry. I think I'm hungry, folks. But again, because we haven't been over here in a while, the plants have really grown in. I planted some of these bromeliads, and you can really see how things have really come to life. And it's a real nice habitat. So it's fun to watch the turtles and tortoises kind of move through it and use every aspect of the habitat. That's why I chose turtles and tortoises, you know, out here is the grasslands for the radiated tortoises. And then of course the box turtles are gonna use this to hide, and all these different plants to hide. And how about a radiated escaping the hot sun right now, huh? We're in the weeds with them. Very, very cool. All right, and then as we move along, here's all my cactus. See that? And they get pretty tall. That is a very old cactus that's about 15 years old. So they grow to pretty good height. Banana plants, the leaves are edible for the tortoises. And of course the fruit, I eat it and the tortoises eat it. And what's good about this cactus is as it grows and matures, it gets a really hard bark on the bottom. So the tortoises can only eat the stuff that grows close to the ground. They're not able, and actually, let me show you this. This is that exercise I was telling you about, even for the radiateds. You see right there? That's where the radiateds were able to nibble off some of the cactus, but they can't chop it down because this stuff has got, it's just so hard, it matures. And if you wanted to grow this stuff, all you do is just put it right in you can just put it right in the ground. And in a few months, it'll start to sprout buds off of it. And in a few years, you'll have a cactus that big. Very cool. And my wife is waving to me. It's my wife's birthday tomorrow. Say happy birthday to Kate. There she is. She's going to pick up the children's. Oh, I love you, hon. Happy birthday. See you later. So beautiful. I love her. Okay. We're just having fun here, man. I'm going to sit down and answer some questions and see if we can, while I'm answering, see if any of the turtles in this pond start coming out. They're like kind of a no-show, man. Cool, man. All right, let's get back to it. Let me see if I can get some questions answered here today before we dip off. Let's see. Thanks for all the birthday wishes. No Lola eggs, Eric, unfortunately. I have not gotten any Lola eggs in quite some time. I think what I need to do is build a new enclosure for them. And once I build it, I'm going to go ahead and see about reintroducing them into a new spot. And maybe that'll reset them, if you know what I mean. I think they've grown too accustomed to each other. But here's the Oscars. There's Mr. Oscar 1 and Oscar 2 over there. We've got some beautiful fish in here. And they really start to come to life once the sun just kind of gets down from that zenith it's at right now. Let's see. I'm not pronouncing that name, Finch. Not even going to try. But isn't that cool? You can see tortoises there. You got fish in the pond. The tortoises come to the pond. They get a drink. Just a really, really cool ecosystem we built. Hey, there's the third and final Batagur borneensis. He's finally woke up. Hello. So all 3 of them are accounted for, which is nice. And originally I had put 2 in here and 1 in Sophia's pond, and now it's 1 in here and 2 in Sophia's pond. So they get around, they move around. There's no way for them to get out. As you can see, I built a really nice fence barrier rather for them. So we're keeping them kind of contained in this area, but we got a lot of space, and as they get bigger, they're going to move to a larger enclosure. Let me check this skimmer, because every now and again, sometimes turtles get, hey, what did I tell you? There you go. Every now and again, what did I say, folks? Sometimes you get a little turtle, and they swim into the skimmer, and they can't get back out. This is a male Reeves turtle. These guys will wander around on land, and you know, they get very, very dark. The males turn black as they mature. It's a very cool turtle. Really like them. This one was wild caught from the food trade, so it's a rescue, and you can see it was gnawed on by something. But other than that, this animal's in great shape, man. No, it's not dangerous as long as there's no hatchlings, because this can actually be quite forceful. If a hatchling got caught in there, I would worry that they'd get stuck against the flow. What I've done to kind of mitigate that problem, if I've noticed hatchlings, is I have a little grate that I put on the front. We're going to let this turtle go. Go ahead. There you go. Off you go now. Anyway, I put a little hardware cloth here. The problem with that is you have to change it twice a day, because stuff like this will kind of clog it up. But until I find all hatchlings, I do that. So that's just what you have to do. Otherwise, it's not so bad. Every now and again, you get a fish in there. I thought I saw a fish in there as well, but I let it suck down, and then I could pull the fish out. Usually the fish are able to get out of it, but it's just something you got to keep an eye on. And that's why, look, you get these ponds, and you gotta be around. I don't know what else to say. You got to keep an eye on things. It's just the way nature is, and the way captivity is. When you're trying to replicate nature in captivity, you can't do it as perfect as nature. But then again, guys, accidents happen all the time in nature, and animals die all the time in nature. As a matter of fact, when I first moved to Florida, I went canoeing with my brother, and I happened along a red-bellied cooter that tried to jump off a log but got jammed in the roots of a cypress tree, and I thought it was dead. So I canoed over to it, and luckily I was there because it was starting to get heat exhaustion, and I was able to get it in the water, and it did just fine. So yeah, nature does not care, guys. My friend Tom Crutchfield says it in a little bit more of a colorful way, but nature doesn't give a darn. And things die all the time. So the good news is that I'm here. I just love watching tortoises eat. I'm here, I'm on hand, and I'm kind of the caretaker of this little garden. And that's kind of the deal. Just_Bree, they're not high maintenance, actually. It's just, you gotta love what you're doing. Do you understand? Like, I won't say that there's no maintenance. There is maintenance. But guys, there's maintenance with everything you do. Anyone who says that there's no maintenance and da-da-da-da is not, number one, they're lying to you. And number two, if you want something that doesn't have maintenance, I don't know, you may want to, how do I explain this? I'm okay, everybody. My phone, yes, Fiona, my phone overheated. So I'm gonna have to just say goodbye. This thing's a pain in the neck. I don't have any case on it right now. But anyhow, we're back. So I'll just stay out of the sun. I shut off the microphone. But as I was saying, here's the deal. The deal is, guys, that if you enjoy this, then the maintenance is fun. About twice a year, I clean out all the filter pads and do all that. So it's really not that big a deal. I enjoy the heck out of it. All right, everybody, there you go. There was our live. We fed some tortoises. We wandered around the front yard, which we haven't done in a long time. I hope you guys appreciate it. Sorry about the stream getting interrupted. There's the router. It's unfortunate that the phone overheated. Anyway, we got to see a couple different species of tortoises, and that's that. So very cool. I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna cool off because it's hot, as I mentioned about 100 times. And yeah, man, there you go. I hope you guys are kicking butt wherever you may be. Thanks for watching the show. Hey, listen, don't forget to turn on your notifications, okay? Make sure you guys are getting notified whenever we put a new video out. I definitely want you guys to check them out, and that would be really cool if the notifications worked. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Sorry about losing the clip. I'll find my clip so we have steady video next time. And that's that, everybody. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys all soon. And that's it. I'm kicking it. See you guys.